Hello, it's Katie Colson here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are here to do the other half of the vlog that somehow became 2 vlogs. If you didn't already see, I posted a vlog for Hinch and the Weight of Blood, which had been intended to be a week-long reading vlog where I reread a couple books that I had read in 2022, and I'm trying to decide whether or not they maintain their rating and whether or not I want to put them on my top 10 of the year. Now, that derailed halfway through the week when I decided not only did I want to reread The Thursday Murder Club, but that I wanted to binge the entire series, which I hadn't read the 3rd book. So this became its own vlog, obviously. So in this video, I will be rereading, well, I begin having just finished this, but The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, and I reread The Man Who Died Twice and read for the first time The Bullet That Missed. Now, in my previous ratings, I had given The Thursday Murder Club 3.5 stars, The Man Who Died Twice 5 stars, and then this was one of my most anticipated reads for 2022. So we are going to see how well these maintain themselves, because I believe that I gave The Thursday Murder Club, whenever I read it the first time, I was worried that I'd given it too low of a rating since I loved the second book so much. But I was sitting there going, is the second book not as good as I remember, or is the first book better than I remember, or do I feel the same? And is the 3rd book gonna possibly be in my top 10 of the year? We are going to find out in this video, but I just wanted to put a precursor on that just in case you're like, Katie, this kind of feels a little bit disjointed. It feels like you kind of just like start the vlog out of nowhere. And that's because I did. So you're welcome. Here's your chaotic content. Hold please, we need to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Book of the Month. I want to tell you about this crazy deal that they're doing, and I tried to look it up to see if they've ever done a deal better than this, and I can't find it. But for Cyber Weekend / Black Friday, they're having a sale where if you get your first box in that time and use the code CYBERFIVE, you get your first book for $5. $5. Did you hear that? I'm sorry. Hello? $5. Are you telling me that I could have gotten this experience for $5? And you can too. So Book of the Month, it is a book subscription service where every month their team vets through hundreds of new and anticipatory releases to pick it down to about 5 to 7 books from different genres that they think you should have your eye on. It's so cheap for new hardcover release fiction. You're not going to find a better deal literally anywhere. Get Book of the Month, and if you're going to get it soon, get it on Black Friday because you're going to get a hell of a deal. And anyway, thank you Book of the Month for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right.
Hello, here for another amazing car angle. Also the lighting, exquisite. I am sitting in the parking lot of my job because I woke up today and of course I was on the phone. Insurance, pharmacy, doctor, hello, somebody save me. Somebody give a shit, please. And it was so funny because the dude that was talking to me from Humana is the only like nice person from Humana that I've spoken to. And I was on the phone with him for over an hour. And at the end, when he just stopped and he was like, I'm sorry, this is like the best price that I'm seeing is like $220, which before it was $983. And on my last insurance, my vials of insulin were like $10. Like, I swear, they're so cheap. And now they're going to be like $220, which of course is better than the $983, but it's still exorbitant and absolutely crazy to spend that much every month on something that I don't want to have to spend money on, you know? And I was like, okay, well, you know, thank you for checking. And he was like, I want to let you know that, like, he was like, I think that you're really polite and you're really nice on the phone. And I know this is really hard to deal with. And I appreciate you being nice, because you don't have to be. And I was like, what? I'm not gonna cry. What? That was really nice. Anyway, I'm about to go into my freaking job, but I got to chapter 22, which is page 100 exactly. And we are using this like cute blue system with like one light gray tab because it's hard to tell from the cover. But the actual cover of the book is blue, like a bright blue, white and red. But I've been using a lot of red tabs recently, so I decided just to stick with blue for this. And so far what I have going is a tab for funny, sad, other, shocking, and friendship. That's what I've got going on right now. I have the audiobook and the book, and I highly suggest both. So what I've been doing right now, because the chapters are so short, is I've been reading it physically because it makes me feel so freaking accomplished. Because I'm like, oh my God, I just read 5 chapters. But the audiobook is so good. And the reason I love the audiobook, the main reason is that I love Elizabeth, who's the main character. I love the voice that the narrator puts on for her. I just think it's so good. And then Joyce is also really good. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. So at the very least, I would say tandem read it with the audio and the physical. But if you can only get the physical, that's a great option. If you can only get the audio, that's a great option as well. Like there's no bad way to read this book. So I'm going to try to get 1 or 2 more chapters in, but I do have to go to work in 8 minutes. Oh, and I don't even know what this is. What did I get? It was like an ad that popped up. It says grande latte, add dark caramel sauce, add whip, add caramel crunch. I have no idea, but it's good. So I will see you after work.
There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hello. It is Thursday. Okay. Can you tell that I have pants on? Wait, can you see it? I'm wearing actual pants. These are jeans. Okay, I have a bra on. Like, is this my pajama shirt? Yeah, but is anybody gonna know? Probably. But anyway, I have actual pants on because I am leaving my house at noon. I woke up at 8 a.m. I have no idea why this zoomed out and the quality got so terrible, but sorry. I am going to the pharmacy because I got a notification that I can finally pick up my insulin. Now, here's the thing. So my doctor, he's amazing. He was like, I'll fudge whatever report, like I'll do whatever because that's ridiculous. And I was like, thank you so much. Oh my God. Anyway, whatever. Hopefully, I swear if I get to this freaking pharmacy and this order isn't ready. So, reading update. I am on page 226. I think I'm on chapter 50. Yeah, I'm on chapter 50. So, got this much left. I'm hoping to finish this today. This book is so fast. The series is so fast. Chapters are so short. Every chapter, it's like action, 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 action. And I love these characters so much. Like, they're just, I don't know. I definitely am a big character-driven girly. And then plot. And the plot is great. The characters are great. Now, I will say, when I read this the first time this year, I gave it 5 stars, and I do not think I'm going to give this 5 stars. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. Not that it isn't fantastic. It's fantastic, but I don't know if I'm getting like a 5-star read out of it. But then again, it is super good. Maybe it's a 5-star, it's just not like a favorite of all time. I don't know. Honestly, this book is hilarious. This isn't even from Elizabeth, but I just put a tab and highlighted this because it was so freaking funny. So there's a character in here who sells drugs. Good old Connie. So Connie comes over to this guy's house, okay? She's like, hello, Chris. Well, this is nice, isn't it? Surveying the apartment. Small, but nice. Well, Jesus, I've got so much shit in this book. Well, it's all I can afford without selling cocaine to children, says Chris. All right, Mother Teresa, says Connie, like. That's hysterical. That's so funny. Okay, so I need to take out my trash. I need to go to the pharmacy. I might go to the bookstore. Do I need anything? No. But if I happen to see Bloodmarked or the Atlas Paradox, I might pick it up. I don't know. I haven't started reading the audiobooks yet, but they're stunning and I need them in my life. So I might do that. I am on call at work today. Where's some fucking wood? I need to knock on some wood. Here we go. Both of them, both the panels. Hopefully I don't get called in, because that would suck. That would suck. I would suck. So hopefully not. If I don't get called in, then I'm gonna do reading screens tonight. But anyway, let's be about it.
You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody.
Alright, your card's in the bag. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you as well. Fucking finally. Fucking finally. Oh my God. It's in my hands. I have this life-saving liquid. Fucking finally. This is all it was. This. 3 vials. 3 vials. And the woman, oh God, she was so sweet. She was like, you know this is $240. I was like, yeah. And she was like, wow, I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, mm-hmm. Thank you. Don't have a choice, but thank you. Let's go spend money on things I actually like. Books. I read a little bit while I was waiting for the freaking long line at the pharmacy. I mean, usually it's not that long, but good God. So I read a little bit, but now, can you see it? We're at Half Price Books. And we are gonna go book shopping because I guess I need a bigger TBR.
You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. 'Cause I can see your eyes. Your head is full
Welcome.
of dreams. Tears are proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. There's many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy.
Okay. Let's just clean off these peepers. So it had stopped raining and then it started raining as I was walking to my car and the guy was like, do you want a bag? I was like, yeah, just in case, like, I mean, it's probably not going to rain again, but, and then it did. Obviously. Wow. That wasn't even a good job. Okay. So I did really well. One, I got both the books that I was looking for and I didn't buy anything else except something completely superfluous that I did not need. The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake, which I swear I did not realize how freaking pretty Olivia Blake was. Also, it's like every single author recently are hotties. Like, what's going on? Also, this book is so fucking stunning. It's stunning. It's stunning. Oh my God. Let me just show you. There's illustrations, like full print illustrations. Are you fucking kidding me? That is fucking stunning. Beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, so I got this. And then the other book I was looking for, which is Blood Marked, which just came out on Tuesday. So it just came out 2 days ago. But look at this cover. Is that not beautiful? And then, I mean, under the dust jacket, it's fine. This is freaking huge. It's like 560 pages. Good Lord. That's freaking crazy. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So very excited about that. And then I picked up something. I literally just like looked over and was like, You're coming home with me. Did I need this? No. But I like couldn't leave without it. It's just this tiny little sack. It's just, I think I'm gonna look so bad in this. I think I'm gonna look so... And then it has like little compartments on the inside. It's got one on the outside. I love it. I love it. I don't know. I can't even explain it. I just loved it. Okay, I should head home. Is there something else I was supposed to do? I probably should head home because if I do get called into work, I need to be at home so I can change to leave. But anyway, thanks for coming shopping with me.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. 'Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground.
Okay, it is. Well, one, I have nails on. Hi. I've got a new personality. It's 4:30, and that is when they should have called me by now if they need me. Technically, they say I'm supposed to call them. Why am I going to call you to ask if you need me? Oh, I have to call you to make sure that you're doing your job and making sure everybody is clocked in for their shift? No. So I don't do that. But they haven't called. Hopefully everything's fine. I am on chapter 78. I'm on page 332. And I'm like eating my words. I'm eating my words. Whenever I was like, well, like, I mean, it's maybe like a 4-star. No, this book is so good. It's so good. And I'm like remembering why I liked it so much more than the first book, which the first book is great. Like the first book is great, but this takes all of those elements and like, I was going to say perfects it, but almost just like hyperbolizes it. Like it takes like, they're very not caricatures, but like they have very strong characteristics, each of the characters. And I love Bogdan so fucking much. Bogdan, the giant Polish guy. He's like, literally, oh my God. Like at the end of the last chapter, I'm not going to give context, so it's not a spoiler. But Elizabeth is like, Joyce, hit the ground. And both the women like hit the ground. And Bogdan like shoots over their shoulder. And then he's like, come in, says Bogdan. I put the kettle on. And he's just so calm. And it's just amazing. And then also, Connie, the drug dealer, is hysterical. Like, hysterical. And I love that, like, there's, like, a mafia tie-in in this book. And the way that the mafia acts, like there's, like, a mafia guy that shows up at the train station. And Elizabeth and Joyce are like, we're here to pick you up. And he's like, I don't think that you're my drivers. And they're like, yeah, we are. Get in the car. I love it. I love it. Like, literally, look at these tabs. Are you fucking kidding me? After I'm done, I'm obviously going to do my traditional OCD going through and seeing if I can take any of the tabs out because I don't want there to be too many tabs, but I'm going to put it up next to the first book and see what the tabs look like. And then I want to start The Bullet That Missed. I want to start the third book. Even though that means I have a whole year to wait for the next one, but I want to read it. I want to read it. It's a new release. It's the only one out of 3 I haven't read, obviously. But anyway, okay. I'm going to hit you back up when I'm done with this book.
I've been scared to live 'cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. 'Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Ooh. 'Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here, nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you.
I'm done. I actually finished this a little bit ago, but then there's a bonus chapter, and the bonus chapter is them doing a trivia night where it's basically like American and British like slang, where they do an American night and they have a thing where it's like, okay, these are a list of British slang words, translate them to American, and one of them is like aubergine and it means eggplant. I was like, never have I ever heard of that. Like there was a lot of them that I did know, and I was like, had my notebook out and was like writing down the answers, and there was like just a bunch of different trivia stuff. It was so much fun. And then I called Grace and had her play all of it as well. And it's really long, so it's just so much fun. It actually takes up like quite a bit of time. And you could like, honestly, if you have this book, you could like call your friends, or if you're out, like take it with you and be like, oh my God, like try to answer these with me. So that was a lot of fun. And the ending of this book is so good. Also, look at my nails with this book. Oh my God. When I tell you that I get a new personality with my nails, I feel like I need to go put on a full face of makeup. Like that's how I feel. This is stunning. It's stunning. Like the characters are so well done. They're so well done. Oh, I fucking love them. And I love how Ibrahim and Ron, Ibrahim in this book, the quiet, restrained sadness of Ibrahim in this book is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Like whenever someone is really, sir, you're done? Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. The restrained, like what was I saying? The restrained sadness of when you're looking at somebody and they put a smile on their face, but on the inside, they're so sad and you don't know how to help them. That was heartbreaking in this book. And Elizabeth, Richard Osman has just perfected Elizabeth's character. Perfected her. She is so fun and funny, but like aggressive and intense. And like she gets the job done and she's no nonsense, but then she also kind of has a sense of humor. Like she's just so good. And then I love her and Joyce's relationship because her and Joyce are best friends. And then Ron and Ibrahim are best friends. And obviously like they're a big friend group, but they're like opposites attract because Elizabeth and Joyce are opposites, but they get along so well and they even each other out. And then they look at Ron and Ibrahim and are like, what do they talk about? Like they're so different. And then look back at each other and are like, anyway, blah, 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 blah. And I love it. It's so cute. And let me tell you, there is a part I was gasping. Okay. So in the American night where like, obviously they're British and they're looking at things Americans do. Joyce, this is all like her diary, Joyce is talking about, she used to be a nurse. And she says, I do remember that sometimes Americans would come into hospital when I was nursing and they'd come with a broken this or that, or an infection, whatever it was. And we'd patch them up and send them on their way. And they would always try to pay. No matter how often you'd explain it was all free, they'd have their credit cards out and their insurance details. Sometimes there would be the odd tear because you could see they were scared they couldn't afford it. But that seems to pass for normal in America in a way it doesn't anywhere else. Richard Osman, I need copyright rights. I need royalties because you wrote me into this book. That's me. You wrote me into this freaking book. That was amazing. This book is so good. It's so funny. Like when I tell you this book is funny, it pulls my heartstrings. Like it makes me laugh. It makes me cry. Like it's so good. Intellectually, it's really good. It's so fantastic. I totally see why I gave this 5 stars. Part of me is like, maybe I should give it 4.5, but the characters are so good. 5 stars. 5 stars. It's fantastic. And I'm like, I only took out 2 tabs when I was flipping through. Like that's what you would have just seen. I was flipping through to be like, do I need all of these tabs? Yes, I did. I think I took out 2 and then put 1 extra one in actually. So this was absolutely stunning. And I am going to immediately hop into The Bullet That Missed.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best.
Hello. It is midnight on the dot. Wow. Okay. It is midnight. So I think the last time I popped in with you was at 7. So it's been 5 hours and I have been listening to the audiobook for The Bullet That Missed because I started reading it physically and I got, I was about to say a couple chapters in, but I got quite a few chapters in because the chapters are really short, but I got quite a few chapters in and there was an element that was really exciting to me, which is like the very mysterious text messages that Elizabeth has been getting. And I'm like, ooh, is it somebody from her past? Like, I'm really excited. But then it kept happening, but like, it wasn't building really any tension after a minute. And not in like a bad way or anything, but I just was a little bit like, okay, you know, about the story. Like, and again, I don't want it to sound like I think that anything that's happening is bad. It's just, I'm not feeling the excitement that I felt in the second book. I'm feeling the same excitement that I felt in the first book, which is like, this is good. But the second book, I was like, this is fucking fantastic. So in this one, we're trying to, okay, here's the thing. We're trying to solve, I was about to say run of the mill. That's really messed up to say that. We're trying to solve the murder or death, we don't know, of a news broadcaster. But then we're also trying to figure out, so there's some repercussions from what happened in the last book and the diamonds and some mafia relations that Elizabeth is like, eeh, you found out about that? Oh shit. So people are after her friends, her, you know, whatever, her family, her found family, I might say. So we're trying to also deal with that. And let me tell you something real quick. Okay. So the reason I started listening to it on audio was because I'd pre-ordered the audio. And with the last two books, I'd like 85% of the way physically read it, but then was listening to it like just when I needed to like do the dishes or something like that. But the audio is so good. But here's the thing. Something to take note with in the third book. They changed the audiobook narrator. Why? Why would you do that? And I'm not saying that this narrator is doing a bad job, but they're not as good. Not even a little bit. And they're not the characters. Like the characters that the other narrator was doing with these like characters are so good. And I loved Elizabeth and I loved Joyce and I loved Abraham. And like, I just don't really like the way that this narrator is characterizing them. Like, it's not a huge turning off point. I just want to let people know so that, you know, like maybe if you have the option to pick up the physical book instead, I don't know. But I did start listening to it because the book wasn't like super exciting while I was physically reading. And I feel like I've done a lot of physically reading in the last like week. And I really wanted to get a jump on my 2023 reading journal because if you didn't know, let me show you. I had bought and had put 2.5 weeks or so of work into this 2023 reading journal. And let me show you. Let me show you what happened. That happened. Yeah. So back to the workshop it goes. I bought some Redbubble stickers, but they're not going to get here until like, I think a week from now. So I'm trying to do some work on this and I'm listening to the audiobook while I do that. And I've been listening to the audiobook for 5 hours and I'm on page 156. So I'm not listening to it quickly or anything. And there are tabs, but like so few compared to the other books. And like, that's really disheartening to me, but I am hoping that the second half is going to pick up. We'll see.
Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. Now leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. Could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheme. Better stand tall, ready for a fight.
Got a little Chick-fil-A date. What do we get? Grace and I got the same thing.
Spicy
Ding.
deluxe with pepper jack.
With pepper jack. Grace said that's the game changer. It has to be pepper jack. We got this. And then tell the people the sauces you are getting.
You gotta mix these two.
Okay, so what is...
Zesty buffalo and Chick-fil-A sauce.
She
You
said
gotta
this adds the
alternate.
spice, and this adds the chick sweet. Love it. And then we got a water, and it... Damn, you did that?
Mm-hmm.
She's fancy. She did that for me. Because she's my best friend. This is my Diet Coke. And why am I even talking about that? Why are we supporting Chick-fil-A? I mean, it tastes good,
You
but...
wanna see it?
Yes.
I haven't had one of these in so long.
Oh! Oh! God, it looks good.
So good.
Stop. Stop. Okay. It is 3 a.m. on Saturday night / Sunday morning. Have I popped in and talked to you at fucking all on Friday or Saturday? No. I was working, sleeping, That's literally it. But I have been reading, okay? And I will hit you back up with more thoughts later about The Bullet That Missed, because I finished it, and I actually read a lot of it twice, like reread a lot of it. But, okay, I was physically reading it because something that I don't know if I told you is that they switched the audiobook narrator. Why? I loved the other audiobook narrator. Not that this one isn't doing a good job, but whatever. Anyway, they're good, but the other one was fantastic. Anyway, I was physically reading it, but then at the end, I was like, let me see if there's additional story, because sometimes the physical book will have additional stuff. Like the second book had an additional chapter that the audiobook didn't have, but in the third book, there's an additional chapter in the audiobook that isn't in the third book. And it's not a chapter, but it's a interview with Richard Osman. And he said that a movie is in development with Steven Spielberg. I'm sorry, Steven Spielberg. What are you fucking talking? We're getting a movie? Okay, okay. I can't talk about it. Okay. Sorry for not popping in, but good night.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke.
Hi, hello, it is Sunday. Listen, I want to be, part of me wants to feel sorry that I didn't really talk to you on Friday or Saturday, basically at all. But I'm sure the video is going to be long anyway, so I don't really feel bad. I don't. Because I was sleeping, just laying in my bed the entire day. And then at 2:30, I woke up and went to work. And then came home and was working on my journal, which I don't want to really show you because that's going to be its own video, obviously. Hello. So I was doing that, and then I was physically reading, but I never film it because I'll use my phone to listen to an ASMR room. Or while I'm working on my journal, I'll listen to the audiobook and then follow along in the book. But the book is so fast that I love physically reading it too. So whatever, but I finished it last night, and part of it, I was going back, and I'll read it, and then I'll go back and read it again, and whatever. But anyway, I loved it. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna give it 4 stars, but I want to give it 5 stars, but it's not a 5-star book, but it's a 5-star series. I don't, do you know what I mean? It's a 5-star ride, but it's a 4-star book. Because it's not a 5-star book. The second book is a 5-star book. This book is a 4-star book. And I feel that makes it sound like it's not as good as it is. It's amazing. This series is amazing. This is comparative to how I feel about the Veronica Speedwell series, where I love the characters so fucking much. But it's not I really care about the mystery. The mystery's good. But it's not a 5-star mystery, but the characters are 5 fucking stars. In this one, you're following a cold case where the series says that they solve cold cases, where this is the only one where you're actually following a cold case. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Anyway, this is following a, they're trying to solve a cold case of a news reporter who was trying to solve a fraud case, but then she possibly was murdered. You're not really sure, like, her body wasn't found, but it's presumed that it was thrown out of the car because her car was found, like, thrown off a cliff, and you think that her body, like, flew out of the car, but her blood is found in the car, and her clothes are found in the car, but her body isn't found. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's her news reporter friend, who their friendship is so sweet. Oh my God, it's this guy who, like, loved her and is trying to figure out, like, what happened to her and figure out, like, who killed her or whatever. And the Thursday Murder Club is trying to figure out what happened to her, and oh my God. But then you're also following, like, Joyce and Elizabeth are being, like, hunted by this assassin because of what they did in the second book. I don't want to give anything away, but oh my God, I'm literally obsessed. I'm obsessed with these characters. Like, literally, this is, like, kind of how I feel about the Six of Crows characters, where I'm like, I don't care what y'all are doing. I don't care about the crime. I don't care about the heist. I mean, I love the heist, but I just want to talk about y'all. So, like, Six of Crows, Veronica Speedwell, Thursday Murder Club. They all live rent-free in my brain. They live rent-free in my brain. But, like, in Six of Crows, that's, like, top tier because, oh wait, oh my God, my coworker is watching me. Hey, Elle, why are you always just watching me talk about it? I'm just gonna let you walk by real quick. Hey. I don't think she knows that I have a YouTube channel. Just gonna let her walk by. Hi. She thinks I'm so fucking weird. Oh my God. Okay, anyway, this, I loved it. I do not love it as much as the second book. And the first book, I don't know why I was acting like, oh my God, it's like 3.5 stars. No, it's 4 stars. First book's 4 stars. Second book's 5 stars. This book, 4 stars. So fucking good. Now, like, look, the tabs, you know, they look okay. The tabs look okay. The tabs don't look as good in this book as they did in the second book. Like, I don't know what the yellow and orange, like, what was I doing? So basically, the darker green, which you can't really tell the difference. The darker green is for friendship. And the lighter green is for love, because we have a little moment. Like, Ron has a little moment, and Bogdan has a little moment. Like, they've got a little, like, I don't want to give it away, but anyway. And then, obviously, Stephen and Elizabeth. Okay, and then I have red for funny, because we have, like, a red, obviously. And then I have orange for sad, and yellow for other, and I just love them. I love them so fucking much. And what I was afraid was gonna happen, didn't happen, and I'm so, oh God, my God. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna cry so fucking hard if what I'm afraid is gonna happen, but I think it's gonna happen in the next book. It has to. But I just was watching Meg's video that she posted, like, yesterday or something, where she read this book, and she said that she thinks there's only gonna be 4 books, and I'm like, go to yourself. Shut up, Meg, what are you talking about? There's only gonna be 4 books. She said it's either gonna be 4 or 6 books, and I'm like, no, it needs to be like the Veronica Speedwell series, where he just writes it until he dies. What are you talking about, 4 books? No, this book, no. And she was like, well, obviously it can't last forever. I'm like, yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. What are you talking about? This can last forever. It's so fucking good. It cannot only be 4 books. I refuse to believe. What are you talking about, only 4 books? And he said that he's, like, gonna write a new series. I'm like, I don't know. And it's about this one guy. No, I want the crew, the club, the gang. I'm so upset. I better go do my own research. This is gonna be the time where I actually reach out to an author. I've never done it before. I've never done it before, but I'm gonna reach out to Richard Osman. I'm like, I need to talk to you, sir. Please, what are you talking about? You better not only write 4. I don't want you to write a new book. This is like Deanna Reborn. I don't want you to write Killers of a Certain Age. Glad you did. Good for you, but I don't fucking care. You better start writing the next Veronica Speedwell book, bitch. I'm sorry. That's rude. But Richard Osman, he's already writing the 4th book right now. He said it because the last, in the audio, there is a long because whenever I was like reading it physically, I was like, why does it say that the audiobook is not going to be done for a while? And it's because there's an interview with him, and he said he's writing the 4th book, and he's writing a new series, and I'm just like, it better not end. Listen, I will cry so fucking hard if the last book is the last book. If the next book is the last book. Okay, I'm sorry. I've been talking for an absolute age, and I have to... Well, wait. One thing I do want to say before we end this video is that I am wondering if I just love British humor, because these books are so funny. Like, they're so funny. And I'm like, do I love British humor, or do I just love Richard Osman's humor? I don't know, but I love it. I love it. That was just one thing I wanted to say. I'm not sure. So if y'all have any other like British humor mysteries that I should like check out to see. But yeah, okay, I have to go to work. So I am going to end this video here. If you have gotten this far into the video, thank you. Leave a fox emoji, because they have these little foxes on all the books. And usually if you buy them at, in the UK, they have foxes on here and then foxes on the spine, which is super cute. But anyway, leave the fox if you've gotten this far into the video. And I hope that, oh wait, I didn't tell you that if you want to follow me on Goodreads, Instagram, Patreon, all those links are going to be down below, obviously, as well as a myriad of other links to help support this channel. I will see you in a video. I need to actually do my fucking outro. Katie, what are you doing? Katie, get it together, okay? Whoo! I hope that you are having an amazing day, evening, night, dusk, dawn, whatever it is you're having in whatever part of the world you are currently having it in. And I will see you in a video coming very soon. Bye. Katie, gee. Okay, we're just gonna go. I can't get it together. I can't. Okay, bye.